Morning.
Morning.
I'm Joe Ntwali, a Kepler student, and I am serving as well as a Kepler camp coordinator here in Gihembe. So I would like to ask you a few questions about life in Gihembe. But before we proceed, I would like to ask you to give us a brief introduction about yourself.
Yeah, my name is Moses. I'm a refugee living at Gihembe camp. I'm married. I have a wife and children. About education, I completed secondary education. Thank you.
Thanks, Moses. So, Moses, can you tell me a little bit background information of how you came from DRC to here in Rwanda until you reach here in Gihembe Refugee Camp? So you can start by the reasons why you fled RDC, and then you go on how you came until you reached here in Gihembe.
During the 1994 genocide, there were the Interahamwe militias from Rwanda who fled from Congo also. They were armed with guns. They arrived there. They wanted to do the same as they did here. They started to sensitize the population living there against the Tutsi who were living in the eastern province, in the eastern DRC. They started forming like a party called Magirivi. And
What is the name of the party?
Magirivi.
Okay.
And to sensitize against such a tribe. So they started creating some armed groups like the Mai Mai to hunt the Tutsi. They started burning the houses and taking the cows of those people. Then when they started burning the houses, they started to flee to the Catholic churches to see whether they can get protection, because the government was not able to control such a conflicts. So the priests tried to call in Rwanda for assistance, and then they brought the buses to take the refugees. When they arrived to the border, they were in a refugee camp called Umubano, where they settled for somewhere like 6 months. It was in 1996.
Sorry for interrupting. So they all came by bus, all the refugees.
Some didn't come by bus. They tried by all means just to escape those militias.
So walking, running, boats, everything.
They tried by all means, different means.
So the majority of them came by which means?
By vehicles.
Vehicles.
And some tried to pay for to the lorries and try to sit in the middle so that they can't be seen in the middle of others.
Okay, so you can continue where you were at.
And when they arrived in Muwano camp, after 6 months, there were some bullets coming from Congo. They were transferred to Kiziba, and later, after 1 year, there were also other attacks. The Tutsi people who are living there, they also came directly to Mudende. When they were killed, where they were killed, they lived there 6 months. It was 1997. They lived in Mudende for 6 months.
Where is Mudende?
Mudende in the western province.
Western.
And they were when they attacked them, but the first refugees were not killed who came in 1996. Those who came after 1997 to Mudende, they were killed
Bye.
by the Interahamwe who were staying in Rwanda. Then after being killed, they were resettled to Byumba, and the others were taken to the hospital of Gisenyi. Then after getting recovery, they were taken to Kigali by UNHCR's lorries, and from Kigali, I mean by UNHCR's plane. Then from Kigali, they were transported by vehicles to Byumba.
That's how you reached here.
Yes.
Okay. So how is life in Gihembe now? So after telling us the story of how you came all along, so can you tell us how the life in Gihembe is right now?
Yeah, life is, you can say that today the refugees are secure, but that goes with food. They are getting a visa, cash transfer, but in some years ago, they were getting corns, beans, soil, and CSB. But it was later replaced by cash transfer. They are given funds where they send money every 20th, every month. We get 6,300 francs per individual, and if they multiply by the number of households, I mean the members of the households, but each gets 6,300, and that goes with the water. There is shortage of water, mostly in the dry season, in July, that is in June, July, and August. There is also a shortage of food, I mean firewood, where sometimes the firewood come late, and some can go to collect firewood outside the camp, in the citizens' forest. That goes with the education. We have from the nursery level to the O level, but now they are integrated to the schools outside. It was from senior 2. Another thing is we have two vehicle water tanks that assist to bring water to the camp. In addition, that goes with health, it's ARC which is in charge. And there are some problems like epidemics, including AIDS, where you have a big number of people living with HIV, and the others, and the other diseases like diabetes, plus other usual diseases.
So the number of people with AIDS increased when you reached here in Gihembe?
Yeah, it increased because of the way we are living in the camp. You see the big number in a small area of people.
So it means that with the challenges they face, so they go for prostitution, and sometimes they are unprotected too.
Yeah, you know that the camp is between near Byumba town and not very far from Gatuna and Kigali. So some can do such activities, and due to lack of occupation, because of lack of work to do, sometimes they can do such activities. students.
Okay. Okay, so thank you for giving us such information. So how does that life in Gihembe now impact old people, youth, and kids?
Beginning to the old people, they have no occupation because the majority are not educated. So it's not easy to go and look for small jobs here in partners of welfare and get little money to assist them. To the youth, the problem for them, the problem is that those who completed their education, they don't have occupation because of not having ID to go and work outside and compete with others.
So with their IDs, with these refugees' IDs, you cannot get a job outside the camp.
Yeah, you cannot just get a job.
Okay.
Know that you are in a camp. And here, whether you have a university degree or secondary, or someone didn't go to school, if you are working in one of the partners of UNHCR, you are paid 18,000. But to the teachers, at least they can get 27,000. For the children, the problem they have is lack of enough food to satisfy them.
Satisfy them. Okay, so how was life before coming to Rwanda? This is in DRC. Before all the conflicts, how was life?
Yeah, life was very good because we had the land. We would practice agriculture and get enough food to consume at home and even get the surplus to take to the market so that we can get money. And even we could sell some of the livestock we have to get enough money to even get milk.
Okay, so how do you picture life in the future here in the camp? How do you think life in the future may look like?
Life will be good because the majority of the youth are advancing their education. There is an increase of the eldest number of people who are able to read and write, and the others are joining the university, others are completing secondary education. So I think this will assist many people to survive
In the future.
in the future,
Okay.
to find jobs.
So thank you very much, Moses, for sharing with us the information.
Yes.
That was very powerful. So we hope we stay in touch.
Thank you very much.